Man, light it up. This is the Blunts and Sports Podcast. Whatever you're doing this morning, grab your lighter, grab your blunt, grab your roach, grab your coffee. Whatever you're doing this morning, please tell a friend that it's on. At the Blunts and Sports Podcast, we have a lot to talk about today. There are 4 teams left in the NFL, AFC and NFC. We're going to go over that. 4 teams left for a Super Bowl, for a shot at the Super Bowl trophy. There's also crowned at college football champion. We will go over that today and also go over a little bit of the NBA scores that happened on Sunday night. Please, whatever you're doing, we thank you for supporting our platform. Please always share, like, and comment. Tell a friend about this wonderful platform. Comment your favorite team. And if you love indie sports, make sure to follow us. We're an indie-based podcast, and we love doing what we're doing. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, and we're always going to keep you updated on everything sports. Now, let's get into it. And yesterday, we're going to start off with college football. Yesterday, in college football, we had the college football playoff. National championship between Ohio and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Green. And it was a good game. The national championship game, the last game of college football, last game of the season. Unfortunately for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Ohio State was just too strong for them, and they end up winning that game 34-23. It was a very good game. Will Howard had 231 points. 231 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. For the rushing side of Ohio State, Travion Henderson had 12 carries for 49 yards. No touchdown. His longest was 19. Judkins, he had 11 carries for 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jeremiah Smith, he had five receptions for 88 yards, and he had 1 touchdown. His longest was 56. And for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, Riley Leonard, he had 250. He recorded 255 yards for 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He ran the ball a lot. I think that's the end. That was the Achilles heels for the Notre Dame Irish. Riley Leonard was just running the ball too much, and eventually just broke down and just wore him out towards the end, later parts of the quarters. And unfortunately for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, what a great season, 14-2, independent conference, coming all the way up at the 7th seed, doing what they can, but just fell short in the championship game. Congratulations to the Ohio State Buckeyes. What a wonderful win. Shout out to them. Wonderful season. Also, I want to give him his props. Ryan Day did an excellent job. This was one of the biggest achievements that was on his list to win a national championship. And I think his job is secure for a while. And I think that they will not be calling for Ryan Day's job anymore. Now that Ohio State is national championships, this was one of the goals for this season, either to beat the rival or to win the championship. So now that he got 1 or 2 done, he could breathe a little. So that's good. I'm really proud of him. Coach Ryan Day, we love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, and we're always going to support you here on this platform. Now, in the NFL, National Football League, on Saturday, the Texans and the Chiefs went at it. Houston Texans ended up losing that game to the Chiefs 23-14. A lot of controversy in that game. A lot of people believe that the Chiefs didn't play by the rules, didn't play by the books. A lot of people are speculating that referees are protecting Pat Mahomes. So, we'll see how far it goes. But I will say this. There have always been speculations of people that have won multiple Super Bowls that have been expected of not playing fair. Tom Brady was suspected of the same thing. Did he do it? Yes. Was he caught? No. But the point is, when you win so much at a certain point, it gets to a certain point that other people will do what it takes or will help you or will get you there. They want to support you in any way they can, and they want to see you win. And that just happens to be the case. So we'll see how far it gets to Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs have to, at the end of the day, still play football. They still have to go out there and win. They still have to play defense, and they still have to stop the other team from scoring. So all that is taken into consideration. But one of the games that was really sad was the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. The Washington Commanders ended up winning that game. The Lions were the Super Bowl favorites, expected to win this game. They're coming in, the Detroit Lions, they just had a really not their best performance. Jared Goff, he didn't put up like he should. A lot of people are calling for a quarterback change in that position down there in Detroit. A lot of people are not happy with this performance. So we'll see where the Lions go from here. What a great season for them. And I really believe that it's only up from here. And shout out to the Washington Commanders, Jaden McDaniels, a rookie quarterback. They have a rookie first-year staff there in Washington. Everything is brand new, and look how far they came, all the way to the NFC Championship game, and with a chance to make it to the Super Bowl. On Sunday, the Rams and the Eagles went at it. The Rams end up losing that game 22-8, 22-28 to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles had a really good game. They were just looking good. Saquon Barkley, oh man, he was balling. He had a 78-yard touchdown. He was just running all over the Rams defense. The Rams had a great season this year. They ended their season 10-7. Shout out to everybody out there in LA. Once again, we are with everybody, supporting everybody out there in LA that's been what's the word I'm looking for? That's been devastated by the wildfires out there. We support you, and prayers are with you guys. But when it came to the football side, Philadelphia, they were about to win, and they got that. And they're one win away from going to the Super Bowl. And in the last game on Sunday, the Ravens and the Bills went at it. The Ravens lose that game in a close one, 25-27. There was a controversial drop pass by Mark Andrews at the end of that game, which was the game winner for the Ravens. He ended up dropping that pass, and the Ravens end up losing that game to the Bills. The Bills are one win away from going to the Super Bowl. And the Ravens, what a great season. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. I don't know if Lamar Jackson is still favored to win the MVP, but we'll see how that goes. I think that the Ravens are really close to getting to the top again, but we'll see. We'll see what kind of moves they make in the offseason. Shout out to the Buffalo Bills. The Bills Mafia. And getting it done. Josh Allen was balling. Everybody on the Bills defense came through, and they got it done. And so in the conference championship games on Sunday, January 26th, at 3 o'clock, the Commanders and the Eagles will play in the NFC Championship. And the Bills and the Chiefs will play at 6:30 on Sunday, January 26th at 6:30 p.m. And these are the last 4 teams remaining. And both these teams have an opportunity to make it to the Super Bowl. So let's get it. We'll always keep you updated on that. So stay tuned. In the NBA Basketball Association, let's see here. On Monday, the Hornets and the Mavericks went at it. The Hornets end up winning that game 110-105. Let's see, LaMelo Ball, he was balling. He had 23 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. He was 5 for 10 for 3. Miles Bridges, he had 23 points, 5 rebounds. He was 4 for 7 for 3. And for the Mavericks, Kyrie Irving, he was, bless me. Kyrie Irving, he had 33 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. He was 3 for 8 from the three-pointer. Gafford? Let's see his first name here. Daniel Gafford, he had 31 points, 3 assists, and 15 rebounds. I'm sorry, y'all, a little congested here. Oh, man. And the Mavericks, who are 23-20 with no Luka Doncic this game, end up losing the game 105-110. The Detroit Pistons and the Houston Rockets went at it last night. The Detroit Pistons end up winning that game 107-96. Let's see who was balling. Caden Cunningham, he was balling. He had 32 points, 7 assists, and 9 rebounds. He was 3 for 5 from the three-pointer. Amin Thompson, I think it's Amin or is it Asar? Which one? Asar Thompson, he had 11 points, 9 rebounds. He was 0 for 1 for 3. And for the Rockets, Amin Thompson, he had 17 points, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. Fred VanVleet, he had 20 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. He was 5 for 13 for 3. But unfortunately for the Rockets, they take a loss to the Detroit Pistons. And in the next game, it was a close game. The Minnesota Timberwolves went at it against the Memphis Grizzlies. The Timberwolves end up losing that game 106-108. John Morant ended up having a good one. He had, 19 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. He was 0 for 4 for 3. Jaren Jackson Jr., he had 24 points, 11 rebounds. And for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, he was balling. He had 32 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Jaden McDaniels, he came through with a double-double. He had 11 points and 12 rebounds. But unfortunately, for the Minnesota Timberwolves, they lose by 2 points to the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Knicks and the Hawks went at it. The Atlanta Hawks went at it against the New York Knicks. The Knicks end up winning that game 119-110. Okongwu, he had 14 points, 2 assists, and 9 rebounds. He was 0 for 1 for 3. Trae Young, Ice Trae, he had 27 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. He was 6 for 12 for 3. And for the Knicks, Miles Bridges, he had 26 points. He was balling. 26 points, 4 assists, and 1 rebound. He was 1 for 2 for 3. And for Jalen Brunson, he was balling. He had 34 points, 6 assists, 1 rebound. And he was 3 for 5 from the three-pointer. And unfortunately for the Atlanta Hawks, they take a loss to the New York Knicks. In our last 4 games of the night, the Suns and the Cavs went at it. The Cavs end up winning that game as they should, 118-92 over the Phoenix Suns. Donovan Mitchell, he was balling. He had 33 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. He was 4 for 9 from the three-pointer. Darius Garland, he had 16 points, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. For the Phoenix Suns, who are 21-21 with a 21-21 record, Kevin Durant had 23 points, 7 assists. He was 1 for 1 from the 3. Devin Booker had 15 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He was 1 for 4 for 3. And Cleveland ended up getting that game over the Phoenix Suns. The next game of the night was the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. Boston Celtics end up winning this game in a rout, 125-85. 40-point rout. Jason Tatum ended up having 22 points, 7 assists, and 9 rebounds. Jaylen Brown had 17 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. He was 1 for 3 from the three-pointer. Andrew Wiggins, he only had 4 points. He wasn't balling at all. He had 4 points, 3 rebounds. He was over 4 for 3. Steph Curry, he had a little curry sauce in his pocket. He had 18 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He was 4 for 12 for 3. Draymond Green didn't play in this game, and the Warriors ended up losing by 40 to the Boston Celtics. The next 2 games of the night host the Utah Jazz and the New Orleans Pelicans. The Pelicans end up winning this game in the final overtime, 119-123. CJ McCollum had 45 points. He was balling. He had 45 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. He was 5 for 12 for 3. And Trey Murphy the third, not the first, not the second, but the third one, had 24 points, 2 assists, and 7 rebounds. He was 4 for 10 from the 3. And for the Utah Jazz, I think it's Keontae George. He had 23 points, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. Walker Kessler, he had 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 assists. He did not hit a three-pointer. And the Jazz lose it in overtime, 119-123. And our last game of the night is the Chicago Bulls versus the Los Angeles Clippers, the other side. The Bulls and the Clippers. The Bulls end up winning that game, 112-99. The Bulls end up getting that game. Lonzo Ball, he only had 5 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. Zach LaVine, he was balling. He had 35 points, 3 rebounds. He was 5 for 12 for 3. And for the Clippers, James Harden only had 17 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds. Norman Powell, he was balling. He had 27 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He was 3 for 10 from the 3. And unfortunately, for the Chicago Bulls, who are 19-25, they end up, gladly for the Chicago Bulls, they end up getting the win over the 24-18 Los Angeles Clippers. And we thank you guys for listening to this episode. Always make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year? 4 final teams left. We have the Eagles, the Commanders, the Bills, or the Chiefs. Comment who you got. Comment also how you feel about the college football playoff. I just want to add one more thing. This being the first year of the 12-team college playoff, a lot of people, there's some little mixed reviews about the method of what could be changed, what should be changed. So make it in the comments. What is the grade for this year's college football playoff? And if you were to make a change, what change would you make? Let us know. Comment. Let us know. Get out there. Get active on our platform. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next episode.